for the electrical and computer engineering department. Of course, I'm gonna basically to share my screen for the presentation. So I hope you can find it. So, you know, over your screen. So can you see my screen?
Yeah, it's perfectly visible.
Okay, thank you very much, Kamil, for your feedback. So hello, everyone. So today we're going to talk about the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering, which mainly more or less we call it at Nazarbayev University ECE department. Well, ECE name is common, very common. So in all over the world for Electrical and Computer Engineering department, and we use actually the same name here at Nazarbayev University. So I am Mehdi Bagheri. I'm faculty member at Nazarbayev University Electrical Engineering Department, and I'm the director of the MSc program. So basically for ECE department. Very glad to see you. So basically on the Zoom. And well, our presentation maybe will take 20 minutes, 20 up to 25 minutes. And after that, if you got any kind of question, I'm really happy actually to answer you. Well, let's go to the presentation. More or less, you guys, you are maybe familiar with Nazarbayev University. Some of you, maybe you graduated in, you know, bachelor degree here. Some of you maybe master, and maybe some of you, you are new student, which you plan to join to Nazarbayev University. So to be very fast, talking about the Nazarbayev University, because I believe that you have got lots of information from the YouTube and marketing department about the Nazarbayev University, but let me tell you that these photos shows the main entrance of Nazarbayev University, which is quite actually very nice place with very, very friendly environment and very large campus. Well, when we say campus, we mean actually the area which includes the main buildings of the university, and of course, dormitories, laboratories, you know, a sports center, you know, residential area. So inside actually, you know, a specific region, which we call it campus. You know, sometimes some of the university, they have different campuses. So here is the main campus of Nazarbayev University, and the main entrance, which we called it actually East entrance. And here you can find the other entrance, which is facing to the Turan Avenue. And that's West entrance. I can say that because it's pretty facing to the west side of the university, and you see it's actually very fantastic and quite huge building. Sometimes you know, our graduate, when they finish their graduation day, they'll come here and the photographer will take a memorial photo, you know, from them in front of actually this large building. So apart from these entrances, which they are really fantastic, we have got main you know, atrium, which from this atrium you can find different buildings and different schools. You can find library, restaurant area, and this is very friendly and calm environment when the students gonna to talk together. I've seen some of these students, they study here, and well, they discuss about different kind of things. It's very fantastic area, guys. So which I can share, and I can tell you that for relaxation between the classes and between the lectures, you can use this common area and enjoy the environment. Between the trees, there are lots of benches. You can take a seat and you enjoy the environment. Anyway, after this introduction, let's go and talk about actually the education program at a School of Engineering and Digital Sciences. Of course, we're going to today to talk about the electrical and computer engineering, but let's look at very fast to different disciplines which they are available and different majors which they are available at the School of Engineering and Digital Sciences. And then we'll look at where we are standing, ECE department standing among actually the entire department. So at the School of SEDS, a School of Engineering and Digital Sciences, we have got bachelor program, which we call the Bachelor in Engineering. And BENG has got different programs, something like as a, when I'm saying program, different department. Something like as electrical and computer engineering, mechanical and aerospace, chemical and civil and environment, of course. In the meantime, we have Bachelor of Science, so which we have robotics and computer science department. So on the other side, for the graduate study, we have Master of Science, which again, in Master of Science, we have electrical and computer engineering program, and electrical computer engineering department is very active in the master program as well. And we have the other department. In the meantime, so for higher education or higher graduate education, we have doctoral program. So which in doctoral program, we provide electrical engineering rather than electrical and computer engineering. If you look at here, for BENG, we provide electrical and computer engineering. For MSc, electrical and computer engineering. However, for doctoral program, we provide actually electrical engineering. Therefore, to conclude this slide, I can say that we will support you from the beginning up to the end of actually, basically education, which is the PhD. And then when you enter to Nazarbayev University in electrical and engineering, electrical and computer engineering department, you can graduate and you can become PhD. So if you put enough effort, and of course, if you are actually interested actually to become a doctor or professor at the end, or if you are interested to become a researcher. I believe from this meeting, maybe all of you, and I really hope that all of you will join to our department, because our experience shown that we have got lots of applicants for electrical and computer engineering department. And usually there is a big traffic when the people are going to apply for electrical and computer engineering department. So these are the place which we are standing. So the program for the BENG, MSc, and doctoral program. Let's go inside of each program and to see what is going actually inside of each and every program. So before I'm going to the program of the bachelor program and BENG, let me a little bit talk about the department. So in our department, so first of all, let me tell you that we have got very huge department as compared to the other department, and that's because of a huge demand for electrical and computer engineering here inside the country and of course worldwide. So therefore, we support Nazarbayev University with 21 faculty members, and basically each year we graduate approximately 70 undergraduate students. So it's floating, sometimes 75, sometimes 80, sometimes 68. But if we're going to get an average, so it would be 70 graduate, undergraduate student, we actually, graduating. So about 30 master student per year we graduate. So, well, I'm telling you that 30 master student in all over the world for each and every department is a significant, numbers, even in very large universities. When you talk about 30 master student, so it means that you have very strong department which can support the entire master student. But we are really fortunate, and I'm really happy to tell you that we graduate approximately maybe 20 up to 30. This year we have got even more than 30 applicants, because I told you there is always traffic for the bachelor and master degree of electrical and computer engineering. And we are happy to support approximately 30 master students, 2-3 PhD students. Usually we graduate per year, so in electrical and computer engineering. Of course, the number of students is much more than these. However, these are the number of graduates in our department per year. And usually we are taking one postdoc researcher, so basically annually, so in our department. So postdoc, when you graduated, so in PhD program, so if you're going to continue your research work, so for further and deeper study, or if you're going to become a professor, you prefer to pass another period of time, so which we call the postdoctoral, basically program, which usually we take 1 or 2 people per, year. So at ECE department, if I'm going to be more specific, and if I'm going to talk about the specialization, I can say that we have devices and circuit measure, which more or less you heard about that. So everyone is familiar. So with the devices and circuits. So you guys from the beginning, from the childhood. So you have got information, and you have seen lots of movies that different expertise in electronics, circuit, and this sort of thing. They are designing something, working with the oscilloscope, working with different devices. By the way, that's a big measure. So in our department. Power engineering, control system, and energy is another actually large discipline and large major in our department, which we have got number of applicants in that. And whoever is coming to this field, he would be graduate, and he would be ready to join to the industry directly. So I can tell you that many of our graduates in this discipline, they are working right now in local or in international actually companies. Something like as the TCO, KTG, KEGO. Even we have graduate people in this field, which they are working in the ministry right now. So Therefore, that's another measure. I'll talk about each and every measure discipline courses a little bit more in few slides later. In the meantime, we have signal processing and communication, which in signal processing and communication, we have fantastic, actually, people which they are working on telecommunication systems and signal processing. So they are working on antenna, they are working on basically 5G. So they are working actually on different aspects in telecommunication and of course signal processing. And in the meantime, we have computer engineering. So I wanted to answer one question here about the computer engineering and what's the difference between the computer science and computer engineering. So it might be your question as well. You know, when we talk about the computer engineering, we mainly focus on hardware and application of the computer, so in different disciplines. For example, suppose that you wanted to design something to control some specific system. So when you're going to design, you need to have a programmer. That programmer design a kind of device. That device is connected, for example, to a kind of aircraft, and then it can control that aircraft. So that's computer engineering programmer, which he has got familiar with the hardware. However, when we talk about the computer science, because you know that we have a different computer science department, and when we talk about actually the computer science, we mainly talk about the software. So therefore, this is actually the difference between the computer engineering and computer science, because this might be a question of different applicants. So by the way, I'm happy to answer further questions in this regard at the end. So moving forward, basically, based on these 4 disciplines, which I have introduced for you, we have got different fantastic laboratories. So our laboratories at Nazarbayev University is in international, actually, discipline design, and they are very, very well equipped. So you can find some of those photos, but it's possible to find some further photos over the, of course, the school website. But we have electrical and electronic circuit laboratories, semiconductor lab, telecommunication lab, radio frequency lab, electric machine lab, power system laboratories. So power electronic laboratories, computer laboratories, high voltage engineering laboratories. For example, those people which they're going to join to the KEGOT, so they will get familiar with different equipment, which they are using right now in KEGOT in high voltage laboratory, renewable energy laboratories, photonics and optic laboratories, and robotics and intelligence system laboratories. We have approximately 12 laboratories at Nazarbayev University ECE department, which all of them, they have lots of actually students, and all of them work very actively and very well spaced and very well designed. Sometimes we provide course inside the lab because we need to talk practically about different kind of the equipment, different kind of tests. And sometimes when we finish actually, theoretical lecture, so we have a laboratory regarding actually to that lecture. Anyway, moving forward, looking more deeply to the bachelor program, I'll finish the bachelor program, then I'll go to the master and PhD program. Looking more deeply actually to the bachelor program, so I can say that our bachelor program, similar to the other universities worldwide, so it's approximately 4 years. And during these 4 years, when I say approximate, it is minimum 4 years. There are some students which they will finish it later, but the program is designed actually to be finished in 4 years. During these 4 years, 248 ECTS credit programs. ECTS is European Credit Transfer System. So needs to be taken and needs to be passed with our bachelor student. And our EC department and the courses during these 4 years, they are designed in a way to develop a multidisciplinary engineering skills for our students. What does it mean, multidisciplinary? So it means that when you graduate from electrical and computer engineering department, you are able to join to the industry, or you are able to continue your education in higher degree. So, but you have a knowledge to support the other measure as well. For example, if you go and you're going to join to a kind of factory, so you are trained in that way, which you are more or less ready. And after a short course training in that factory, you can start your job professional. So we are preparing our student in a way which they are very confident when they're going to join. So basically to the industry after graduation. Either it's going to be bachelor graduation, master graduation, or PhD. It doesn't matter. In the meantime, as I say, and as I highlighted, graduates which are prepared in our department, they are prepared for industrial and also research-oriented career. Because maybe some of you, you're going to continue and you're going to become a professor. Okay, very welcome. So you can become a professor. So and you can become a very good scientist. So worldwide. So if you put enough effort, and I believe that those people which they participated today, these 20, 22, 23 people. So I believe that you guys, we will see each other, and maybe some days we will become colleagues together. So therefore, this is very well-designed program. So which we are happy actually to train different students. Anyway, getting back to the core courses at electrical and computer engineering, I can say that we have Introduction to Engineering, Programming, Circuit Theory 1 and Circuit Theory 2, which Circuit Theory 1 and 2 is mainly talk about the circuit design. And it's quite important for as a fundamental courses for getting ready actually to become an electrical and computer engineer. Digital logic design, signal and system, electronic circuit, microprocessor. So we have also a course on interdisciplinary design. That's why I told you that. So we are providing and we are preparing our students for the multidisciplinary action. We have IDP project, independent study, and we have capstone project. So capstone project is, of course, a final year project, which you will take it in last year. So it's a group work. And you have approximately 1 year, 2 semesters to perform a specific actually project based on whatever you studied during the last 5 years. So it's really good practice. When we move from the core courses towards the specialization, right now, as I told you, we have 4 different measures to support whoever gonna to study different measures in electrical and computer engineering. We have four actually measures. So in each and every measure, we have its own special courses. For example, when we talk about the device and circuit, right now you're going to become a little bit more expertise during the year 3 and year 4. And you're going to, because later you're going to go for higher education or you're going to go into the industry. Therefore, you have to become professional in the courses related to your interest. So solid state devices, electromagnetics, analog circuit, RF, radio frequency, reconfigurable computing, fundamental of photonics, fundamental of biomedical engineering. These are some of those specialization or elective courses which you can take actually for the device and circuit. In the meantime, digital signal processing, communication system, computer networks, wireless network, antenna and microwave, advanced digital signal processing, computer vision and big data analytics and machine learning, they are dropping in the elective of signal processing and communication systems. So if we go for power control and energy, so we will find linear control, electric machine and drives, power system analysis, power electronics, power system protection. So you see power system protection. So it will tell you that how the entire energy system would be protected if there is a kind of lack of the energy, or actually if we have huge amount of the energy and we're going to manage it. Power system analysis is talking about the dispatch of the energy. If you are in a factory, how you are supposed to dispatch your energy coming from the generator side or coming from the power lines. Anyway, power transmission and distribution system, power system operation and control, high voltage engineering, renewable energy and storage system. You know how much this renewable energy is quite important. Modern control, electric vehicle. You see, well, you have seen the regulations about the electric vehicles in all over the world. So in 2050, just within 30 years, you will see. So there would be a kind of, totally change in terms of the cars, and electric vehicles would be replaced with the conventional and fossil fuel vehicles. So that electric vehicles can be a kind of, elective course. And autonomous vehicle and robots. So autonomous, you have seen lots of video in Instagram, in YouTube about the autonomous vehicle. These are some of those courses which they are specialization courses and elective courses for power engineering, control, and energy systems. In terms of the computer engineering, so we would have computer networks, data structure and algorithm, big data analytics and machine learning, numerical optimization technique for engineers. So, and of course, computer vision. You see, more or less, our computer engineering department is trying to support and get ready our students in terms of the computer field to be ready for practical works. So moving forward, talking about the MSc and computer in electrical and computer engineering, and of course, PhD program. I have to tell you that our MSc program is a 2 years program, and our PhD program is 4 years program. So for MSc, you need to pass 120 credits, and for PhD, you need to pass 240 credits. But when we say 240 credits, not all the credits related to the courses, because sometimes when you get a PhD thesis, so it will count a huge amount of the credits for you. So talking about the master core courses in ECE department, so probability and statistics, advanced data structure, system modeling and control, embedded system application. So these are some of those courses which you need to pass them. And in the meantime, you need to pass a master thesis. Actually, if I'm going to be more specific for you, I can tell you that the first year of your master study would be mainly focused on those courses which you need them to perform your master thesis more smoothly. So therefore, you will pass some courses in the first year, semester 1 and semester 2, and semester 3 and semester 4, you will mainly focus on your master thesis. So in the meantime, let me tell you something. So in year 3 and year 4, you will take one elective courses very, very specifically related to your master thesis project as well. One course in semester 3 and one course in semester 4. It's not that much because you are supposed to mainly focus on the research. So therefore, in our master program, we cover both cases. We cover actually the courses and in the meantime, the thesis. So in terms of the elective courses for the master, so we tried here to provide those electives which you are free to select whatever you want. And you are free to select whatever is related to your master program, I mean master thesis. So industrial and commercial power system, advanced power electronics, pattern recognition and machine learning, advanced electromagnetics, smart grids and energy systems, which you heard about the smart grid, you heard about the smart cities. So these are something which we would be discussed. Modern semiconductor devices and system, wireless communication, biomedical devices, hardware and software, and of course, other SEDS department master courses, you are able to take it. Maybe you are interested in something which they are not listed here. So you are free actually to take any kind of course from the other department inside of SEDS department, SEDS school, sorry, to be more flexible and to support more actually your master thesis. For the PhD core course, I have to tell you that we have research method and ethics, thesis research, and current research literature, which these are fundamental core courses that each and every PhD student should take them. In the meantime, as the electives, PhD students or PhD student, they can take the advanced version. So of our actually, master courses, because when you become a PhD, maybe sometimes you missed some specific courses previously in your previous university or in your previous program in the same university. So this PhD version of all MSc, at ECE department, so it will provide this chance for you that you get back. And if you're going to take some courses which you like it or you're interested, or it can support your PhD thesis, so you're free, free actually to take that. But as elective courses, you are required to pass minimum 5 courses in year 1 for the PhD program. And after year 1, for our PhD student, there would be a qualification exam. So qualification exam is not a big deal. So it's a kind of very, basically productive. It's a kind of, exam which can very slightly evaluate whatever you grab during these 5 courses, for example, or during these core courses of your PhD. So qualification exam, many universities in the world, they do that one. And after you pass the qualification exam, so you can continue and you can mainly focus on your research study. So in terms of the research, let's talk about the research. First of all, let me tell you that in terms of the research, so we work over different research activities and directions with our bachelor student, master's student, and PhD student. It doesn't necessarily mean that if you're a bachelor student, you cannot be involved in a research project. Definitely you can be involved. And I'm telling you that. So, so over our research works, so the outcome of our bachelor students are very, very significant. So they have developed different kind of systems. You can find some of those videos over the YouTube that how they have implemented actually, for example, cloud computing and IoT applications to manage the smart grid or smart city or to monitor something. So, research directions are just listed here, but these research directions can support the entire student. And I'm telling you something, if you are a bachelor student, master student, or a PhD student, some of these research directions, they have got funded and you would be hired and you will get salary based on the RA position on top of your scholarship. It depends which project has fund and which project doesn't have proper fund. Anyway, looking actually to the electronic devices and circuit, these are the list of those projects. You see radio frequency, antenna, 5G, RFID system, new generation of solar cells, and optoelectronic devices. These are some of those research directions. So in electronic devices and circuit, in terms of signal processing and communication, we have signal processing and machine learning. So directional arrival estimation systems, acoustic sense. Some of these names, maybe, if you're a bachelor student, you are not very familiar, but don't worry about that. So during your bachelor education, you will get completely familiar about this topic and you will become professional. So you will advise, I promise you, you will advise to the other people what each and every direction is talking about. So nano-neural communication. So these are some of those projects. So basically in signal processing and communication, which we have grants for them. So in terms of power engineering, control, and energy systems, we have wireless charging of electric vehicles, smart city and energy management, real-time monitoring system for smart energy management, decentralized renewable energy integration. So, energy blockchain framework, renewable energy hosting capacity, digital and adaptive relaying for solar system. So, motion planning, model predictive control for the robots, wireless charging of the drones. One of the significant problem right now for UAV and drones is the charging. So they can perform their mission just in 30 minutes. After that, the battery would be finished. How we can wirelessly charge a drone when it is flying? So that's a project right now at ECE department. It's a funded project. Computer engineering. So we have IoT and machine learning. So let me move this, if I can move this part up. I'm not sure whether, yeah. So basically machine learning and high performance computing application in wireless communication, high dimensional data analytics. You see, it's quite challenging task these days. So in all over the world, deep learning, you heard about deep learning, recently. It's becoming really popular. Artificial intelligence, biomedical informatics and computer vision. These are some of those topics. And of course, many other topics which we didn't have enough room here actually to mention and to explain them. So to be involved, so for your basically, research work, very welcome from the beginning. So to any kind of research work. When I'm saying beginning, maybe not first year of the bachelor, maybe not second year, but from the third year, when you got some discipline courses, you would be able to join. Even we have second year students in bachelor program, which they started some literature review and they are involved in different research projects, and later they will go, when they become a third year or fourth year, they will go very deeply to the technical work. And of course, for master student and PhD student, it's clear. So they are research-based student and they are actually more or less requested to perform the research. So in terms of the academic collaboration, so I wanted to tell you something very interesting. Well, in all over the world, you can find our graduates from east to west and from west to east. Just a couple of days before, I talked with one of my MSc graduate, and he has got a job, so from an Australian company, and he's moving to Australia. So in the meantime, we have students. So in US, in Canada, in South Korea, in European universities, Australia, for example, our graduate, they are in Wisconsin-Madison, they are in, so basically, in different universities in America. So by the way, marketing department, they have the list of all of those people, and you can look to that list. But we're really proud that, well, our graduates, they are everywhere these days. So, and this is our mission, to support at first our country, and then so we graduate those people which there is a demand for them worldwide. This is what we do at electrical and computer engineering. And I'm telling you that we have many, many graduates in industry. In which industry? In these industries. So for industrial collaborators, so we have different collaborators, which we have direct collaboration with them. So I believe that you can actually, and you are familiar with the names here. So at least those companies which they are local and international. So TCO, basically KTG, Kegok, Comcor, ABB, Siemens, Alstom, Schlumberger, Asia Trafo, Cosmona Gas, Samro Casino. So you are familiar, and I'm telling you something. So we have collaboration with all of these guys, Kegok, and SAP. SAP, it's a company in Germany, but I'm telling you that we perform project here at Nazarbayev University for European countries and for SAP company. So we just recently finished one project, so basically with European countries. We're really proud of that for our graduate, because they are very active. And basically, I believe that when you join to ECE department, so you will become one of those very, very successful guys. So basically in your, mission. See you soon at Electrical and Computer Engineering Department to make future together. Thank you very much. I really hope that I would be on time and I finish the presentation. I'm here to answer your questions. So first of all, I'm gonna look to the chat. Let me look to the chat. Somebody is saying that, sorry, I missed the beginning. Could you upload record somewhere? Yeah, probably department will take care of that. You can contact Lonara, of course. The other gentleman saying that same for me. Yes, don't worry about that.
Yes, we will upload the video to our YouTube channel.
That some of those questions has been answered. Okay, guys, thank you very much. Well, I just presented very fast because I wanted to finish it on time, honestly. But I'm happy. If I missed something, I'm really happy actually to answer you. One thing which I wanted to tell you, we have very friendly department. Electrical and computer engineering department is very supportive department. That's something which we really actually, happy to announce this one. So when you join us, you will find that our colleagues, all of them will support you, that you grab information and you get better training as much as you can. And of course, we will try to provide and to do our best to provide very, very calm environment, which you can just focus over your study and you become a great graduate from our department. That's something which we have done it before. Okay, it seems that we have got one question. The gentleman, I don't know, lady or gentleman, Pato, please, yes, please, you go ahead with your question.
Thank you for your presentation. My name is Thompson. I'm speaking from Ghana in the West Africa.
Very glad to see you here. So, international candidate.
Yes, please. My question is, I studied information technology in the university for my first degree. That's the bachelor's program. And I had a GPA of 2.24.
Yes.
That is third class. I want to know if the institution offers postgraduate diploma, or I can apply for master's program there. That's my question, please.
Yeah. Thank you very much for your question. Very good question. First of all, in terms of the GPA, I will ask the admission department to advise you. Leonora, is it possible that you write the name of the gentleman that admission department can advise about the GPA? And maybe Ida can answer.
Yeah, you will help us.
Yeah, Ida, I'll just answer the gentleman and then we will get back to you. So basically to advise us for the GPA, because that GPA might be the question of many students. Well, we have computer engineering. So inside the computer engineering, in bachelor and in master, inside the computer engineering, we are supporting actually IoT. But talking specifically about the IT, so IT has got different actually, department and different discipline, I think. Maybe you can ask this question from computer science, but if you mean IoT and application of the IoT, so in engineering, that's something which we are supporting at electrical and computer engineering department. About your graduation in overseas and joining to Nazarbayev University, absolutely you can join. Do you remember I said that we have 30 graduates from 30 students and 30 graduates, so in master program. So that includes and it contains international student and local student. That's similar scenario for PhD. We have different applicants from Africa continent. So each and every year, and I encourage you, you apply for us. Well, during actually the interview, we will discuss together. So, and we will so have that chance to get familiar together. And then over there, we discuss case by case about each and every applicant. And we see what's your long-term plan. And over that long-term plan, we can actually, advise you. Therefore, there is no limitation if GPA is 2.24, you said, I think, or something around. But this is something which IDA can advise us. But in terms of the technical things, very welcome to join us. We are not a specifically IT department, but we have computer vision and IoT application, which is related, some of them, to the IT applications in terms of the hardware, mainly hardware. I'm not sure whether I was able to answer your question or not, but I hope you grab something about that. Ida, can you please advise us about the GPA?
Okay, thank you very much. Hello, everybody. My name is Aida Sultan Ali. I'm a senior manager for admission, the recruitment process of our school. So yeah, about CGPA, this is a very common comment for all applicants. So minimum CGPA for the application to masters, also to PhD programs, is 2.75 out of 4. So yeah, so there is a special calculator in the admission department of general admission department, so that you can just send your transcript or diploma to them, and they can calculate it in terms of when the general, if the education system in your country is the maximum GPA is 4, so you can calculate there. But for the compulsory requirement for School of Engineering and the Digital Science is 2.75. This is a very main important and mandatory requirement. So yeah, until the deadline, we kindly ask you to rise your GPAs. Yeah, so deadline is April 30 for graduate programs. It is for masters and the PhD, April 30. And for undergraduate is April 19. This is a deadline for online application. Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you very much, Ida, for your nice and well explanation. I really hope that our friends, he has got his answer. So, by the way, if you have got further question, I think that our colleagues, Leonora, she shared the email address of the admission department. I'm telling you, when you guys, you emailed to any department at Nazarbayev University, they will answer you very fast. So, I mean, it's a daily task, which we review the entire emails. Rather than, I can tell you that more than we talk, we write email, So that's the case, specifically in the pandemic, maybe.
Hello.
That's fine. Yes. Any further question? Yes.
Please, this is Samson again. Hello.
Hello.
Yes,
Please go.
Yeah. So meaning with the 2.24, I wouldn't be able to gain admission to the university. Is that the conclusion?
Unfortunately, with 2.24, if it is the CGPA from out of 4, so unfortunately you can't apply because 2.24 is very low for us. So 2.75 minimum should be.
Okay.
Yeah, please. Be informed.
Is there any postgraduate programs like diploma programs that I can apply? Because I don't think I can apply for bachelor's again since I'm done with bachelor's. So I wanted to find
2.75. It is the minimum GPA for I guess for all schools of Nazarbayev University. This is approved CGPA by the top management of Nazarbayev University. Yeah, so even for NUZIP, NUZIP is a foundation year for master degree. Also, we need 2.75. There is a difference only in IELTS scores, but CGPA for foundation year is also 2.75. Unfortunately.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you very much for this important question. Ladies, gentlemen, any other questions? Well, if you got any question, just ask it. So it's very friendly environment.
Дорогие участники, вы также можете задавать свои вопросы на русском, на казахском. Мы поможем с переводом, может быть, ответим на какие-то вопросы. Вы можете также задавать вопросы по поступлению. You can ask the questions about the admission process. Aida will help us with
also here we can see the rising hands.
There is a rising hand. Isiaka, can you please go ahead? And we have got one question in the chat room after this.
Hello?
Hello, man.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, very well.
Hello? You hear me very well. Thank you very much. I'm from Nigeria. I study electrical electronic engineering. That's my degree. But I want to apply to your school. But the problem is that the other man that asked me a question about the GP. From our system here, our CGP is 5 points. And on your home is 4 points. But for my home, my CGP is 3.00. And out of the 5 points that I got from university. Is that thing applied to me? Can I apply to your school? Can I get an admission for the master because of my CGP is 3.00?
Okay.
Can you hear me very well?
Yeah.
Hello?
Your name is Isiaka, right?
Hello.
Thank you for your question. Thank you.
Isiaka, we can hear you. We can hear you very well, Isiaka.
So your GPA is out of 5. So there is some, we should calculate your GPA. So the calculation is by the admission department of Nazarbayev University. So could you send us email explaining all these, scores, your GPAs, and we will forward your email to our admission office. They will calculate you, and we can tell you, can you apply or not? Okay.
Okay. Can I do
Lunara will provide in the chat our email address. You can write there all the explanation. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't hear you. I didn't hear. Maybe it's a network. Maybe can you come back for me again, because I don't want to hear you very well. Hello, can you hear me?
Okay. Just I can repeat it. Please please write us an email explaining all these issues about your CGPA that your GPA is about out of 5. Your education system Nigeria is like this. Please explain all this stuff and send us an email. The email address will be provided by Lunara in our chat here. Then we will forward your email to our general admission office, where they will calculate your GPA. Then we will you, okay?
Can you hear me? I already done that for myself. I Google everything and then I calculate my CGP with your CGP. Out of the 5 points that I got from my university, your own is 4 points. I calculated and I got 2.33 out of 4 points. I use a Google calculator to convert my 5 points to the 4 points.
Yeah, I see. As I explained before to our another applicant, so minimum CGPA for application to graduate programs of Nazarbayev University is 2.75. This is the minimum CGPA out of 4.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. No problem. Maybe I will send everything to your email. Can I do help me for that?
Yeah, just send us an email. We can calculate it again. Maybe you had some wrong calculation. Let's do it in our department, okay?
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much,
You're
Aida,
welcome.
for your nice explanation, and Isiaka for your good question. Well, just send again the email to make sure that you have got confirmation. So from this side that, you are eligible to apply. You know, it's a simple thing. So you can just send the email with the information and they will review and they will tell you that whether you are eligible or not. Then you are on the safe side and you can make sure that, let's go ahead.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
That's fine, man. Thank you for your question. Okay, we have got we have one question in the chat room, I think. I'm not sure. I've seen one question from...
We have a question from Sabina Iskakova. And she's asking, I want to apply for bachelor degree at the school next year. I'm studying at NIS and I have chosen physics and computer science. As far as I understood, I need AA for admission. Aida?
Let me just... I want to apply for a bachelor at this school next year. I'm studying at NIS and have chosen physics and computer science. As far as I need AA for admission. For NIS, let me check one thing here. Dear Sabine, you can apply for an undergraduate. So if you choose during the application like category NIS graduate students, so for minimum for your certificate, the grades should be A, B, B. So if you have A, B, so it's great. You can choose, of course, physics, computer science, also maybe mathematics, or if you are want to go to chemical engineering department, so chemistry can be there or biology. But physics and mathematics should be there. Also, computer science is good for ECE departments and for computer science also.
I think Sabina will apply hopefully for us after this presentation.
Of
anyway,
course.
So let's see. Okay, Sabina, thank you very much. Sabina, you are on the safe side. You go. You go ahead. I think, gentlemen, Thompson, you have got again another question, because you raised your hand again, no?
Dear participants, I can add something here about electrical and the computer engineering department. Please be informed that this is one of the departments where there are a lot of research projects for students. A lot of students from this department participated in lots of international conferences and made their publication there. This is a great department, really, where our students do their best and do their results. So if you, for example, apply for this and get the scholarship, you had a lot of, let's say, chance to work in the professor's project and also earn the money, because a lot of our students do like this. This is a really great chance for you. This is just was a comment for our applicants for their future.
Well, honestly, 3 years before,
you can, yeah, during your work you can work as a research assistant, also as TA during your study. So it's a really good chance for you.
Well, for any kind of research project, ladies and gentlemen, as I told you, if you join to any kind of research work or research team, and that's a funded project, you will get, payment on top of your scholarship. This is the policy, in our department. In the meantime, so as I mentioned and I highlighted, we have graduates in all over the world. Even I can tell you that a couple of years ago, when I was passing through Dubai airport, I found one of my graduates over there. And I said, what are you doing here? Because he was just graduated a year before. He said that he has got a job in one of those oil and gas companies. And he was working over there. And I got really proud of that gentleman. So he has got very good position, very fast, after one year graduation. He has got very good position over there. And he told me that he's going right now somewhere else for training in Europe. Well, yeah, therefore, we are very confident on our graduates, very confident.
Hello. Yeah, exactly. Examples of that. Yeah, you're welcome, please.
I think I have another question, please. With my co-Nigerian asking about with our GPA being less than 2.75, is there no other program that we can apply? Let's say a 2-year program, or let's say a 1-year program. Then after that, we can apply for the master's.
Yeah, I got your question. As I explained before, to all graduate programs of Nazarbayev University, the minimum CGPA is 2.75, unfortunately. And we have foundation year for master's degree, but for this foundation year, we also need we do not have another programs with low GPA. So undergraduate, this foundation year and the master's degree and doctorate. So for this foundation year, master degree and the PhD program, we need minimum 2.75. This is a compulsory requirement for all applicants, for local and for international.
Meaning there's no way we can get admission in the institution.
Unfortunately, yeah. You should raise your CGPA and try to apply for the next year, maybe.
I don't. I don't know. This is not recommendation, but just a simple question. The gentleman can apply for bachelor program in our university, yes, if you're gonna to do that.
Of course, yeah.
I see.
For undergraduate, really.
I can.
No.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, please go ahead.
Yes.
I can apply for bachelor's degree with my bachelor's degree certificate and transcript. That is the 2.24 GPA.
No, if you're gonna to apply for bachelor program, Thompson, then it would be, I think that you have to provide your transcript from the high school side. I mean, I don't know, Ida, is it true? Because
with us, we have the WASI, the West Africa Senior Secondary School Certificate Examination. That is the WASI.
I see. Oh, okay. So in that case, it is better that, Thompson, you're right, actually, for admission department. Maybe they have some solution. Well, I do recommend you, yes, let's do it in that way. You're right for the admission department. By the way, they are facing with all of the applicants from all over the world. By the way, IDA's information is very updated. And if IDA's information says that there is a less possibility, therefore, probably there is a less possibility. But while writing the email for the admission department, Yeah, what do you think, Aida?
Yeah, of course you can write. It's your right. Like you can write an email explaining your situation, and but also they will because we have general rules, regulations for admission to School of Engineering and Digital Science. This is approved, a very important document, and we refer for that every time. So there is in this document, it's written the compulsory requirement is 2.75 out of 4 CGPA. But you can, of course, you can write to admission department.
Well, yeah, thank you very much, Aida, for very updated information. And basically, well, we really wish the best for the gentleman. And of course, I believe SEDS, if there is any solution, SEDS would be positive. But there should be a minimum requirement, as you say, 2.75 for the all levels,
Oh, yeah. There is also one question, please. How old should I be before I can apply for bachelor's program and the requirements? We do not have like any restriction for this. You can apply. We do not have age restriction for applying to bachelor or for graduate programs. So you can apply. Какой минимальный балл IELTS для поступления в NU? Sorry for my question in Russian. Magauya, it's okay. So a minimum score for IELTS is 6.5. Should be subscore should be 6.0. This is for undergraduate, also for graduate programs. Here I want to add something for foundation year for NUZIP program to master's degree. You can apply with IELTS 5.5, but one of the subscore should be 6.0. This is a main requirement. But generally for main programs, for undergraduate, for master, and for PhD, IELTS should be 6.5, 6.0 from subscores. Yeah. Hi, please. I have 2.6.
Aida, sorry, subscore. Yeah. You mean that each skill should be at least 6.5?
Yeah, 6.0 from each subscore. I mean, for 6 from writing, from speaking, right? But the overall score should be 6.5. This is a minimum requirement.
Okay.
The next question, hi, please. I have 2.6 out of 5 bound from Nigeria. I am eligible to apply. Nedu, thank you for your question. As I explained before, please write this in the mail for us. Now, explaining your situation that you have 6.5 out of 6.6, sorry. 2.6 out of 5. Please write this explanation with your issue to our email. Then we will forward your email to our admission department. They will calculate and they will reply you, okay? So any other questions?
You're welcome, Nedu. By the way, gentlemen, ladies, gentlemen, don't leave out, because I think that Lonara, she has got, there is a, I don't know, competition, something like this. I don't know. There is some question with the prize.
Quiz.
So, quiz. Sorry, quiz. Yeah.
Yes, we have quiz, but one more question. Aida, could you
one more question. Yes, go ahead, please.
Yeah. Сәлеметсіздер ме? Менде GPA 3.83, IELTS 5.5, екеуі де 5.0. Foundation'ге түсуге мүмкіндік бар ма? Сабина, сіз нузипқа тапсырғыңыз келіп тұр ме, или мастерға ма, әлде бұл қай неге? Түсінбедім. Мастер программаға ма? Егерде нузипқа болса мастер, IELTS 5.5. Мен жаңа айтып кеткендей, сіздер дайындық курсына 1 жыл, мастерға 1 жыл бізде дайындық курсы бар, ол нузип деп аталады. Бұл жерде IELTS 5.5 пен қабылдаймыз, бірақ ішіндегі бір сабскор дейді ғой,
ішіндегі бір пункті 6-да 0 болу керек. Бұл обязательно. Егер де сізде IELTS-іңіздің сертификатыңыз ішінде жаңағы overall жалпы балы 5-те 5, бірақ ішінде біреуі 6-да 0 болса, онда сіз әрине тапсыруыңызға болады. GPA-іңіз өте жақсы, 3-те 83 өте жақсы CGPA. Тапсырыңыз. Сабина, сізге айтатын, еще біздің неден веб-сайттан дұрыстап оқып алыңыз, нені requiremenттарды, требованияларды сол жерде толықтай жазылған. What is the minimum GPA required for foundation program? Dimash, the GPA for all programs, for foundation, for master, for PhD program is 2.75 out of 4. Можно еще один вопрос? Я исследовал оптику на бакалавриате, СЕДС, наклонные бреговские решетки. Могу ли я продолжить свои исследования в этом направлении в СЕДС? Так, Алмаз, как я буду переводить это, профессор? Можете написать на английском, потому что вот эти термины, бреговские решетки, я даже не знаю, как это.
Okay, may I go with the question?
Yes, please. Is there any question regarding to the ECE?
Please, there is scholarship for undergraduate program. If yes, which type of scholarship? Okay, let me just explain you one thing. So about scholarship for foreign applicants. So all international candidates who successfully go through the selection process and all this application process, they are recommended for admission by the admission committee. We have like a special internal grants for especially for foreign applicants. If you are you show us good results and you are in the top of ranking, so we will offer you these scholarships. This will be decided by the managing council of Nazarbayev University at the end of admission process, and you will wait for their decision. If they will give you scholarship, you will get it. This scholarship very similar for the scholarship given by states. So this scholarship will cover your medical insurance, tuition fee, your visa issues, and the accommodation. Yeah, so this all these kind of things, it will be covered. So you are welcome for apply. So like 98% of our foreign applicants are studied by this scholarship. So yeah, just so the important thing is here to be in the top of the ranking, to have good results, and you will get this scholarship. It's really a very nice scholarship.
Very supportive, yeah.
Aida, I suppose Almas wanted to tell us about his research, to ask the question to Professor.
Yes,
yeah, please.
Professor, yeah, I think.
Oh, so yes, I was studying optics during getting my bachelor degree, and now I'm making a research on tilted fiber Bragg gratings. And my question is, can I stay on this course if I apply for SEDS PhD program?
You mean that you study, your background is in optics or photonics?
Well, not photonics. Well, yes, I guess photonics, yes.
Well, if it is photonics, well, let's to be a little bit more specific. If you work over the optical fibers, photonics, and these sort of things, absolutely yes. We have different professors in this discipline, which they are working on optical communication, photonics, and these sort of things. Yes, the answer is yes. Of course, you can continue. But you're going to apply for a master, yeah?
For PhD.
For PhD, yeah, absolutely. So if you're going to work over the photonics, yes, we have 2-3 professors which specifically they are working on photonics.
Oh, great! Thank you very much.
That's fine.
Dear participants, also IELTS is not required for the international student who the instruction language was English. So if you're previous academic degree was in English, and you are the citizen of where the English is the official language of your country, so you do not need IELTS to submit the IELTS certificate, I mean. So yeah, let me just I will put some information to the chat about this scholarship. Any other questions you can just write, or
ladies, gentlemen, if you got any other question, we are happy to answer you.
The participants also, I have now another meeting, so if you have any questions, you can write to our email. We will be we will be glad to answer you there. Also, yeah, Lunar will be here. If so, she can reply to your some questions. If not, you can write to our email. I will reply you.
Okay. Yeah.
I think we can start our quiz now.
Yes, please. But there is a last question from. Oh no. Okay.
It was Aida who.
No, that's Aida comment. Yeah, I was thinking.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go with the questions.
Yes.
Quiz with the prize, yeah. But you didn't, Leonara, you didn't say that. What's the prize? Maybe I can participate as well.
The prize will be the branded T-shirt and the notebook.
Oh, fantastic!
So of our school, so it will be a very good opportunity to win it. But unfortunately, we are in Nur Sultan now. We have some problems with logistics. You can take it from me. So let us start the quiz. So first of all, here are the rules for the quiz. Read all the 5 questions. The clues were in presentation, and write in the chat box all the 5 answers in one message. So it will be easy to find who will be the first. The first 3 participants will get the prizes. So here are the questions. The first one, here you can see the ECE specialization areas. So A, devices and circuits and computer engineering, B, power engineering and control systems and energy, C, signal processing and communication systems, and D is all of the above. So put it, but don't send it right now. All the 5 questions in one message. The next question. Which of the following is true about capstone project for bachelor degree? So we have some comments in chat box. So write all the 5 answers in one message. It will be really useful and comfortable for us to find out who was the first. Here you can see the variants. A, capstone project is 2-semester common course performed individually. B, capstone project is a 2-semester common course performed by student groups. C, the capstone project is a 1-semester common course performed individually. And D, capstone project is a 1-semester common course performed by student groups. So the third question, PhD program offered by Electrical and Computer Engineering Department is A, PhD in Electrical and Computer Engineering, PhD in Computer Engineering, PhD in Electrical Engineering, and none of above. The fourth question. So, master program offered by Electrical and Computer Engineering Department is, here you should you should remember how many years, the duration of the program, and the number of SEDS credits. And the last question, how many courses should be at least taken and passed with SEDS Electrical and Computer Engineering Department PhD students at the first year? A, 1 course, B, 3 courses, C, 5 courses, and D, no courses required. If you need that to move to the previous questions, please write it. Do we have the answers? So great, we have Almas and Dimash who answered. Anyone else? Yes.
We have got 3 answers up to now.
Okay, Patu, write it to me privately. You can write it.
4 answer, yeah.
Yeah. So, anyone else? Okay. So, it's time to show the answers. I suppose that everyone who wanted to participate already put their answers. For the first one, I'm sorry. So here is the answers. The first one will be D. The second is B. The third one is C. The fourth A, and the fifth question C. So what we can see here.
You mean the D, D, B, C, A, C. These are the answer. D, B, C, A, C. Who answered D, B, C, A, C?
As I can see, so no one has answered right. Am I right? D, C, C.
Well, how many answered they should answer correctly to be eligible for the prize? For all of them or just?
So the rules were all of them, but now I can see that no one answered. So let us find maybe someone who was closer. So it was Almas, I suppose. He made one mistake in the second question. Dear Patu, the fourth answer was.
It is 2-year program with 120 ECTS, yeah, master program.
So they were not letter, so I'm not sure that you are correct with this.
Maybe if you get back to question 4.
So Almas, Patu, I suppose. What do you think, Professor? I had mistaken for the fourth question, but also Dimash, he made a mistake also in one answer. So Almas, Dimash, and Patu's phone. Sorry, I don't remember your name. I'm not sure. I don't know how to send it to you, but you can take it from Nur Sultan. Dear Dimash, Almas, write to me.
Dimash and Almas, they have given all the answers correctly?
No, the second one was with the mistake. I proposed to choose them because we don't have all the right answers.
I see. Because Patu is writing that he has got 4 correct answers as well.
Yes,
I mean,
well.
also.
So the third one will be Patu. But please write me your emails, or you can write to me directly. You can write to SEDS. I'll write again the email. Please contact me. Okay. Thank you very much, Professor. It was really interesting to know more about the department, about the programs. I'm sure that all our participants find a lot of interesting information, and I hope that we will see you, dear participants, as our students. So I have the emails.
Well, thank you, Leonara, for managing and for scheduling this meeting. And I wanted to appreciate all of the participants for joining us in this specific, a fantastic, I think, meeting, specifically at the end, which we have got a quiz. It was interesting.
Okay, thank you. Dear participants, again, you can find the recording of this meeting on our YouTube page. If you have any question, please write us. I've sent our email. You can write us. We will answer all of them.
Dimash is asking what should we do? Please, Dimash, please write for Leonara. She shared the email address, and you can write for her to see how you can get your prize.
Yes.
Please, please can you share the email on specifically based on the CGPA so that we can address it whenever we send the mail, it could be addressed specifically for the CGPA, please.
Yes, you can write us. We will forward sets@nu.nu.kz. I write it to the chat box. Please write us. We'll forward it to the admission department, and you will get information about CGPA issue. Okay. Thank you very much for participating. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, everyone. Bye-bye.